And now, the continuing story of Another World.
No, hold. Don't you come in yet.
Why not?
Just hold it a minute, will you? You'll see. May I?
Of course. And may I come in now?
Not yet.
Russ, what are you doing?
Wait a minute. You'll find out. Welcome home, darling.
Oh! Here, I'll get the door.
Good.
Yeah.
There.
Oh.
I love you because you're beautiful, you're exciting. And it's not just because I love your cooking.
Oh, no, I thought you married me all this time because I was a wonderful cook.
No, why is it you're always thinking about food? Hey, that reminds me.
You're hungry.
I'm hungry, aren't you?
Constantly.
I have a good idea. Why don't I go over, we'll go to Lum Fong's, we get some of his marvelous shrimp and lobster sauce.
I have a better idea. Why don't we bring it back here and we can have a nice, quiet dinner by ourselves?
Sure that's what you want to do?
I think it's the perfect way to end our honeymoon.
Wait a minute, it's not ended, not quite yet.
Oh! How could I have forgotten? You don't have to be back at the hospital until day after tomorrow.
That's right. So it gives us all of tomorrow to do whatever you want to do.
And I know exactly what I want to do.
Oh, well, your wish is my command, Mrs. Matthews.
Oh, say that again.
Your wish is
No, the last part.
Mrs. Matthews.
Oh, those have to be the most beautiful 2 words I know.
You change that to Tracy Matthews, and I'll agree with you. Now, hey.
What?
What do you want to do tomorrow, really?
I want to go out to see our new house.
You sure you wouldn't just rather sleep late, spend a nice, lazy day right here?
Oh, tempting. Very tempting, but I'm too anxious to see how our kitchen is coming along.
There you go again. You're thinking of food all the time.
All the time.
All right. I'd better get to Lum Fong's right away.
Okay, and I'll go unpack.
All right.
Start.
Oh,
Oh,
the phone.
no. Couldn't be the hospital already.
I
could it?
doubt it. Come on, answer.
I'm afraid to.
Oh, it's probably Liz. She no doubt had us tailed all during our honeymoon. Yeah, hello? Yeah. Yes, this is Dr. Matthews. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. When did this happen? Uh-huh. Yeah, and are you there now? Yeah. All right. I'll be right over. It'll take me about 20 minutes, all right? Yes.
Russ, what is it?
That was Gwen. Mac apparently passed out at a dinner party. They've taken him to the hospital.
How awful.
Yeah, I'm going to go over there.
Well, should I go with you so
No,
that
no.
Rachel's not... Is she there?
Yeah, Rachel went with him in the ambulance.
Well, shouldn't I go with you so she's not alone?
Ada is over there also.
Shouldn't I go anyway, maybe?
You stay here and unpack. I'll let you know as soon as I find out what's wrong.
Ross, did they call you because Mac had a heart attack?
At the moment, they don't know for sure what's wrong with him. See you later.
All right.
Yes, no, Linda, come on, everything's fine. Yes, really, look, you worry too much. Right, okay, look, would you enjoy your evening? Okay, yes, and I'll see you later when you relieve me. Yeah, right. Okay, I will. Bye-bye.
Hey, Charlie, what's happening?
Oh, hi. No news yet.
Can we see Mac now?
Well, he's still in the examining room with Dr. Perlman.
Well, after Dr. Perlman finishes with him, can we get her a report or something?
Well, I imagine he's going to want to talk to Rachel first.
Well, do you know where my mom is?
I think she's in the examining room with Matt. Look, why don't you just all go over there and sit down? It's going to be a while.
Yeah, I think you're right. Come on, let's go.
Okay?
Hi.
Hi.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
You didn't tell us yet exactly what happened.
Yeah, okay. We were all having dinner at Mom's, right?
Yeah.
And Mac was having a great time, you know. I mean, he was in good spirits. He was laughing and joking. As a matter of fact, Vivian brought Amanda out, and he was showing her off to everyone. And you couldn't imagine anything was wrong. Then all of a sudden, passed out.
You mean 1 minute he was standing and the next minute he's on the floor?
Right. We all just stood there.
Boy, that must have been scary. Yeah. How did he get to the hospital?
Well, we called the hospital and they sent an ambulance.
Was Mac unconscious the whole time?
Yeah, he was unconscious when they put him in the ambulance. That's what really got us scared.
Well, who else was at the dinner party?
Well, let's see. I brought Cecile, and Gwen came with Taylor Holloway, and Larry and Clarice were there, and Mitch came with Miranda. Everybody was having a great time, you know.
Mac was having a great time, too.
Yeah, I said he was laughing and joking.
Yeah.
I hate this hanging around.
Well, listen, why don't I go talk to Sally again and see what's going on, okay?
Okay, go ahead, yeah.
All right. Sit tight, okay?
Okay. Charlie, I'm really worried about Mac.
Would you please stop worrying until we find out what's the matter
Well,
with
you
him?
don't understand. I mean, Mitch was at that dinner party. Anything could have happened.
I was just standing there with Mac, and all of a sudden he collapsed.
That's terrible.
What did you do?
I didn't know what to do. No one did.
Well, do you think he might have had a heart attack?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, did he grab his chest, call out in pain, anything
No,
like that?
kid, I don't think so. But I know someone else probably thought he had a heart attack because they called the hospital, and they asked if Russ Matthews was there. Now, he's a heart specialist, isn't he?
One of the best.
I think I'll go see what I can find out.
Oh, I'm sure Rachel's going to call here as soon as she knows.
I'll go to the hospital and check it out.
Really, I didn't think you were that close to the family.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mitch.
Oh, thank you very much for taking me to the chorus.
Do you mind if I talk to you for a minute before I go?
Go right ahead.
Privately?
Oh, well, no.
I think it's time for me to say goodnight, too.
Craig, thank you for keeping me company. I was glad not to be alone tonight.
Anytime. I'll see you soon. Good night, kid.
Good night. Listen, you two probably haven't had dinner, have you?
No, we didn't have dinner tonight.
Well, are you hungry?
I don't know.
Because Mary made some wonderful vegetable soup, and I could warm some up real easily.
Kid, thank you. That sounds just divine.
Mitch, how about you?
No soup for me.
Sandwich?
I'll grab something later.
Okay.
Yes, what is it you want to speak to me about?
I was wondering if, by any chance, you had run across anything in the house.
Run across.
Anything like something that might have been left behind by the people who lived here before you.
Are you talking about Mac and Janice?
Well, they did live here before you moved
Yes, I know they did. As a matter of fact, I found some of their things when I moved in.
Well, that's why I was wondering if there was any small thing that might have been found.
As a matter of fact, my maid did run across something small the other day.
Really?
Yes, it was a tape. She found it in the strangest place in a canister.
And what do you plan on doing with it?
Does the tape belong to you?
Not exactly.
Well, then I frankly don't understand why you're asking me this question. I wonder who that could be.
Hi, Dad.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hello.
Oh, Miranda, Mitch.
Good night.
Good night, Mitch.
Has there been any news about Mac?
No, not at all.
From what Miranda said, I'm afraid he might have had a heart attack.
Did Miranda tell you that Mac had an accident this afternoon when we were out boating?
No, it absolutely went out of my mind.
Well,
I
what
forgot.
happened?
We were stepping the mast and it slipped and struck him on the forehead.
Well, what did his doctor say?
Well, that's just it. He refused to see a doctor.
Well, he should have. A blow on the head can be
Could
serious.
have been serious enough to make him collapse.
In some cases, possible.
Well, I thought there might be some connection.
Where's Gwen? Is she waiting for you in the car?
No, I dropped her off at your apartment.
Oh, yeah?
She wanted to talk to Joey.
Whose idea was that?
Well, now, we both thought it might help.
Listen, darling, I did tell your father about your fight with Joey when we were at the Corey's house. Please don't be angry with me, but I thought he should know what's going on.
I'm not even sure I know what's going on.
Was it a bad fight, kid?
It was bad enough. Look, I'd rather not talk about it. Besides, I was making Miranda something. Are you hungry?
No. Gwen and I... Kid, listen, I think it's important if I do know how bad it is between you and Joey.
Can we talk about it later?
All right, of course.
God, what a night we've had. First Kid and Joey, and now Mac.
I just hope Gwen can convince Joey to move out of that apartment.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Would you help me
Sure.
try to figure out how Mitch Blake figures in all of this?
Mitch Blake?
Uh-huh.
He doesn't figure into it at all, as far as I know.
I wouldn't be too sure of that.
Oh, I wish I could go in the examining room and see what's going on.
It's not going to be that much longer, Jamie.
You know, for a moment after Mac collapsed, I thought Mom was going to faint, too.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
there's your mom right now.
Oh, good. See you.
Bye.
Well?
I don't know anything.
Still don't know how Mac is?
I just know that he's unconscious and he's white as a sheet and he's still.
Oh, honey, now don't worry about him. He's as strong as a bull. He'll be fine.
Come on, Charlie's right, honey. Just stay calm.
I can't help it. I'm frightened.
You'll feel a lot better as soon as Russ checks him out.
Yeah, Russ got over
Come
here
on.
really quickly.
Well, we should have some news soon, right?
What if it's bad news?
Oh, come on. Will you calm down? You want some tea, coffee, something?
No, thanks. Listen, I really appreciate your all being here with me.
Yeah, well, we're going to stay right here, too, till things get straightened out.
Thanks, Charlie.
Well, Jamie told us that Mac just collapsed without any warning.
I have a feeling it had to do with that accident he had this afternoon.
What accident?
Well, he and Taylor went out sailing and they were stepping the mast of and it came down on Mac.
Yeah, he had a pretty bad bruise in his forehead.
We tried to get him to see a doctor, but he wouldn't.
Well, that's typical of Mac.
Yeah, but he said he felt fine.
There's Russ, Mom.
Russ?
Yes, Rachel. All right, here's what we have. Mac does have a concussion, but he's going to be all right.
He fainted from the concussion?
Yes, he simply shouldn't have been on his feet so soon after that bump on his head.
That's all it is?
Yeah, I'm absolutely certain, yes.
And he's going to be all right?
Uh-huh. He's going to be all right. Now, if he had taken care of himself in the first place, he never would have fainted.
Will he need any treatment?
No, he's just going to need bed rest, Jamie, but I will keep him in the hospital overnight. I want to keep an eye on him.
So, if there was anything else that was wrong with him, you'd tell me, wouldn't you, Russ?
Rachel, come on. Now, haven't we always been honest with each other?
I can't believe it. After worrying so much,
Oh, hey, whoa. Come here. Let's get her to the couch, Jamie. Come on.
I'm all
Easy.
right.
No, you're not all right. Come on. Come over here and sit
all
down.
right.
What's the matter? Are you dizzy or anything?
No.
Take it easy now.
I just guess it was just all the relief, you know. I didn't know what was wrong.
No, wait a minute. Where are you going?
I want to go see Mac. I'm all right, really.
All right, I'll take you to him now.
Well, do you want me to stay and take you home later?
No, I want to stay here at the hospital. Is that all right?
Yeah, I imagine we can find an empty bed here somewhere.
Look, Amanda can spend the night with Charlie and me, okay?
No, she's all right with Vivian. Vivian, she's asleep.
Well, I'll call to make sure, okay?
Okay, thanks. Can we go to Mac now?
Give him our love, all
Yeah,
right?
I will.
Bye,
Now, look, when you see Mac, you go to bed and you get some rest.
Yeah,
Okay?
Rachel.
You are about the last person in the whole world I want to see tonight, all right?
Gwen.
What do you mean, what am I doing here? I want to talk to you. Mind if I sit down? Taylor and I were over having dinner at the Corys, and he told me that you were back in the apartment, but Kit wasn't.
Yep.
So I asked him to drive me over here so I could talk to you.
Taylor took you over here?
Yep.
Does that mean you're on his side?
I'm not on anybody's side, Joey. I just want what's best for you and Kit.
Well, you're wasting your time.
Come on now. I came to talk to you because I care about you. You and I go back a long way.
So?
And it's not just you and me either. Kit was a friend of mine before you married her.
All right, I get the picture.
The point is, I don't want to stand by without doing something if I can to help you.
Yeah, well, there's nothing for you to do.
Well, I tell you right now, there's one thing I would dearly love to do.
What's that?
Throw you over my lap and give you a good spanking.
Don't try to push me around, Gwen. It won't
I'm
work.
not trying to push you around, but I do want to argue with you about this stand that you are taking.
Oh, see, so you are on Taylor's side.
What are we talking about Taylor for? I want to talk about you and Kit.
Look, I don't need this. I
Just
don't
listen to
need
me
it.
now,
No,
Joey.
you listen to me. Look, you might be Kit's friend, but she is my wife, and I know what to do, and I know her better than anybody.
I think you just think you know her.
Look, I know she's certainly changed a lot.
Do you still love her?
I'm not arguing that.
Then what are you going to do to save your marriage?
I'm not going to try to save it. Not if she wants to go off to be Kid Holloway instead of Kid Perini.
Oh, come on now. You're only saying that because you refuse to accept certain facts.
Oh, accept certain facts. That's what Taylor says. You got to accept certain facts, Joey. Accept certain facts. Yeah, accept his certain facts.
You both want Kit to be happy, though, Joe.
Yeah, well, the way that Taylor thinks that Kid should be happy is that she should go back to her old rich life.
Well, is that so terrible?
Look, if she goes off and wants to become Kid Holloway again, then we're through.
Don't be ridiculous.
Gwen, listen to me. You say you know me, right? All right, well, then you tell me something. Can you see me living in a fancy house like Taylor wants us to buy?
Frankly, I don't see that a big house is going to change anything,
It's
Joey.
going to change everything. I mean, her friends are going to come over and visit us, and we have to go visit them, and I just don't belong in that.
Well, you could try to belong. You could do a little changing.
I don't want to change. I don't like them. The bottom line is I belong in my world, and I don't want to go off somewhere else. Now, damn it, why can't anybody see what's happening here?
Well, I think you are being stubborn. That's the only thing I see happening.
Did Taylor tell you that he came over, and he and I had a talk?
Well, he didn't tell me any details about it.
Well, listen to this. He told me that I never have to worry about money, right? That I'll always have a good job.
Well, great. What's the matter with that?
I can't believe you just said. How could you say that? What's the matter with that? If I can't take money from him, I can't take a job from him, I'll be a Cinderella man, just like the paper said I would be.
Look, don't you think that that man has a right to make sure that his daughter is provided for?
She is provided for here. The rent is paid. There's food in the refrigerator.
But she is scared to live in this apartment.
That's because all people like you are making her afraid.
Oh.
Look, she's safe right here in the apartment. She's my wife. I love her. She's going to be protected. I'll take care of her.
But on your terms.
That's right. Well, those
is
are
that
the
it?
only terms I know.
Well, I hate to tell you, kiddo, but I think Taylor's right and you're wrong.
How are you feeling?
I feel great.
Do you want anything?
You.
No strenuous activity.
Huh?
Allowed, you know.
How's about a little gentle activity?
Mac?
Just a little.
Okay.
Just a little sample.
No.
Oh.
Very gentle.
I'm not really sick,
No, I know. You just have a concussion, that's all.
but it's a terribly mild concussion.
Mac, I don't care what it is. You passed out and you frightened me half to death.
I'm sorry, darling. That's pretty dramatic, wasn't it?
Yeah. I prefer my drama in the movies, thank you very much.
What happened to all that dinner?
We're just going to have to invite everyone back. Well, almost everyone.
How about tomorrow night?
Mac, you have to stay in bed as long as Dr. Perlman and Russ tell you to.
All right, as long as it's not too long.
No, I mean it. You have to do anything they tell you to do, or I'm not going to take you home.
Aren't you going to miss me?
Mac, you're not going to get around me. I am serious.
So am I.
Mac?
No. I'm sorry. I'm just teasing.
Well, you know, I've been worried about you. I mean, I thought something was going to happen to you.
Well, honey, don't now. Nothing has happened. You can see yourself. I'm just fine.
Yeah, but if you don't take care of yourself,
I
they
will.
say...
I will. I will stay in bed as long as I'm supposed to.
Well, are you going to promise me?
Well, goodness, does it mean all that much to you?
Yes, it does.
All right, I swear I will stay in bed as long as you want me to. But I'm doing it for you. I'm not doing it for me.
Well, you are doing it for you. It's your health, Mac.
No, dear, I'm doing it for you because I love you so much and I want you to be happy. And then I want you to make me happy.
There was a catch in there somewhere.
You feel better?
Yeah, do you feel better?
Mm-hmm. But I could feel better. Now, I think you better go home and get some rest.
No, I'm going to stay here tonight.
Darling, you'd be much more comfortable if you sleep at home.
I won't sleep a wink if I go home.
But I feel fine.
Mac, I've already made up my mind, so you might as well just forget it.
Okay, I'll forget it. You can have anything you want. Your way, anything you want.
I'm so glad you're alive.
Oh, I'm so glad I have you here to make everything all right.
Can I talk to you? Alone?
Would you please tell me what you're doing here?
Something's come up. I need to talk to Rachel.
Again?
What do you mean again?
I mean, you always need to talk to Rachel, and it's always important.
If I say it's important, it's important.
To you or to Rachel?
To both of us.
Did you know that Mac had a concussion?
Yes, I was at the house when he passed out, but I didn't know why.
Well, now you do know why, and I'll tell you something else. Mac is going to spend the night here, and so is Rachel. So why don't you go, wherever it is you go, and leave everybody alone?
I'll be more than happy to once I see her.
I don't believe this guy.
Listen, Ada, something has come up. Rachel needs to know, and she needs to know now.
This something has to do with you, right?
Yes.
I thought so.
So where is she? In Mac's room?
Yes, and that's where she's going to stay.
Well, if she knows that I'm here, would you tell her to come out? I want to talk to her.
No.
Ada, believe me, I would not ask this of you if I didn't have to.
Look, Mitch, I am not your messenger.
How many times do I have to tell you this is important?
You can stop telling me right now, because I'm not going to listen.
Wait a minute, Ada. If I can't, you ask her.
Will you let me by?
Ada, please, listen to me. Go ask her how she feels about the father of her child spending the rest of his life in jail.
What?
Just ask her. Ask her in those words.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about, but you can go stand on your head before I'll ask my daughter anything for you.
All right, if you won't do it, then I'll ask her myself. Just tell her.
Rachel has had enough to deal with tonight, and I don't want you to upset her anymore.
Will you give her a note?
No. Don't you understand? No? No notes, no messages, no nothing. You got it?
And now, the next part of Another World.
All right, that's wonderful. Good news from the hospital. It's very encouraging. We're not to worry.
Well, thank heavens it was only a mild concussion.
Rachel must be relieved.
I'm relieved. When they called in Russ Matthews, I was starting to think the worst.
Why did they call him in?
Oh, I don't know. He's an old friend of Rachel's. Old friend. I think she was married to him. I know the two of you want to talk.
It's all right, Miranda. You don't have to leave.
No. I am tired, and I want to go to bed, and I've had my vegetable soup. Thanks to you, darling. I'll see you both tomorrow.
See you in the morning.
Good night.
Good night. Now, Kit, I asked you how things were between you and Joey, and you said that they were bad enough. Now, what does that mean?
Well, you talked to Joey this afternoon. You must know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm aware of the situation between me and Joey, Kit, but I want to know what's going on between you two.
Well, I'm afraid Joey's feelings about you and his feelings about me are getting harder and harder to separate.
I don't want to fight with him. I really like him. Besides, he's a member of the family now.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't want to fight with you either.
Remember how close we were when we first met?
Yes, it seems like a long time ago.
Kit, you still haven't told me what you argued about.
Well, lately it seems like we argue about everything. Where to live, how to live, our friends.
Honey, that's certainly not your fault.
Well, you can't put all the blame on Joey either.
I don't know, but he certainly is acting unreasonably.
Dad, can't you see from his point of view, it's you and I who are being unreasonable.
But we know we're not.
Dad, Joey has suffered a lot. And he's been through a lot, and he's feeling the pressure more and more.
Kid, from where I sit, you've been under just as much pressure as Joey has.
Well, at least I have my family around me.
As I said, I consider Joey a part of the family.
I don't think the Halloways could ever be family to Joey.
We could, if he would accept us.
Well, maybe he will. One day. But in the meantime, I think he could use a little breathing space.
Are you thinking about something specifically?
Yes. I think I should maybe go away for a few days.
Would you like to go back to Newport?
No, I have a better idea. Bravo magazine is doing a fashion layout in the North Woods. Amy's in charge and Craig is a photographer. I've already talked to Amy and she said it'd be fine if I went along with her.
Well, that doesn't sound like such a bad idea.
And if I were out of town and away, Joey would get a chance to, I don't know, just clear his head, think things out.
It might be exactly what he needs to come around.
Now, look, I wish you wouldn't put it that way.
Why?
Because, don't you see, I mean, it isn't a matter of Joey's coming around. I'm the one that should be doing that.
I don't see that at all, kid.
Dad, if I had been honest in the beginning with Joey, if I told him who I really was,
We would still arrive at the same situation we're in
he
right
would
now.
have had a chance to decide whether or not he wanted to marry me.
Kid, and he loves you. Why wouldn't he want to marry you?
But this way, he's been shortchanged.
How do you mean that?
He thought he was marrying Kit Farrell. She would have made him a terrific wife, but Kid Holloway
Will
isn't-
also be a terrific
Dad, please. Don't exert any more power over us. It'll only hurt us.
Hello.
Cindy Lee, it's Craig.
Where are you? I thought you said you were coming by the supper club tonight.
I'm on my way now.
Well, you're gonna miss the first show. I'm ready to go on now.
Listen, I'll catch something to eat and I'll get the next show, okay?
So how come you're gonna be late?
I was with Kit. She and Joey had a big fight, and I thought that I should be around to keep her company.
What were you doing?
Hey, listen, it was strictly business, honey. Don't worry.
You're not gonna bring her to the club with you, are you?
No, she's talking now with Taylor and Miranda. In fact, that's why I left.
Well, weren't they there the whole time?
Yes, no, they weren't. They went to the Corey's for dinner, but then they came back early.
Well, they must have eaten awfully early or awfully fast.
I don't know. What happened was Mac Corey collapsed. Do you know him?
No.
Well, anyway, I think they sent for Dr. Russ Matthews.
Isn't Dr. Matthews a heart specialist?
Cindy Lee?
Look, Craig,
Shut up,
I'll
Cindy
talk to
Lee.
you a little bit later, okay? And I'll see you. Just who do you think you are, huh?
What was that about Russ Matthews?
It's none of your business.
Everything you do is my business. Now, tell me, what was that about Matthews? Is he back in town?
How should I know? All I know is that he was called on a case tonight.
That means Tracy's back, too.
So?
So that means she didn't call me.
She's married, Jason. She's got better things to do than to call you.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about being with her husband. She's in love with him, Jason.
Shut up.
She's got a husband now. And she doesn't have to listen to you anymore.
She'll listen to me, all right. I own her, lock, stock, and barrel. I own her. Oh, Tracy, Tracy.
Oh, Jason,
Hey.
Jason.
Now that you're a married lady, I wasn't sure that you'd let me do that.
Are you kidding? I'll always have a very special feeling for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I've got to remind Russ of that fact before he gets too possessive.
Okay.
All right. So, is he back from the hospital yet?
How did you know we were back? Don't tell me you, had us followed on our honeymoon.
Well, now, I hope you're kidding.
Of course I am. The only reason I thought of it, Russ was teasing about his Aunt Liz doing the same thing.
Oh. Do you mind if I stay for a little while?
Oh, come on, sit down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. So, I want to hear all about your trip.
Oh, first I want to know how you knew we were back.
ESP. You see, I was just standing there, and then all of a sudden, I got this incredible flash. Tracy is back. Woo, woo.
Come on, Jason. You didn't have ESP knowing Russ was at the hospital.
Yes, I did. ESP and spies, too. Not only do I have ESP, I have SPIES spies.
Come on. How did you really know?
I happened to be in Cindy Lee's dressing room, and she got this call that Matt Corey was in the hospital. Well, she also heard that Russ was going to check him out. So I made this brilliant deduction that you must be back in Bay City, too. I should have called first, but I was so anxious to see you.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Honest.
Yeah. You know, I feel so funny you're not even unpacked. I feel very guilty about barging
I know,
in.
you really should, but...
Well, I could
but
go.
Don't. No. Don't you stay right where you are.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're looking terrific.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Good, except I'm really worried about Mac right now.
Well, why don't you call the hospital, find out how he is?
No, Russ said he'd call as soon as he knew anything, and I think I should wait a little longer.
Do you know what's wrong with Mac?
All I know is he collapsed at home.
Oh, that's tough luck. That must be tough on Russ, too.
Why do you say that?
Well, they have to go back to work the minute he gets home.
It's all part of being a doctor.
Yeah, it's plenty of hard work. And speaking of hard work,
I can just see the wheels grinding away in that mind of yours.
You can't. Well, then you know I'm ready to start rehearsing tomorrow.
What else is new?
I need to know, are you ready?
As a matter of fact,
No, Tracy, look, I've got to take Cindy Lee out of the supper club and move her over to the finish line as quickly as possible.
Are you trying to get rid of her?
No, not exactly. The thing is, well, Cindy tries very hard and all that, but the supper club's a very classy place, and Cindy Lee just is not a very classy lady.
I don't know. Whenever I heard her sing, the audience seemed to enjoy her.
Yeah. That was because she was new. But the audience is not coming back. Frankly, we've been way off business-wise since you left.
Oh, come on, Jason. There must be plenty of other reasons for that.
No, baby. When you're there, you're giving the audience what they really want, what they really deserve. And we'll be jammed to the rafters at the supper club when you come back. So I want to start rehearsing as soon as possible.
Actually, I'm anxious to get to work, too.
Good. So what time do you want to start tomorrow?
Oh, I can't rehearse tomorrow.
What do you mean? You just said you want to get back to work.
Wait a minute now. Russ has one more day left on his vacation.
He's working now.
Well, no, that's just for tonight, for a little while, but he's not due back at the hospital until day after tomorrow.
How nice for both of you.
So you see, officially, we still have one more day of honeymoon.
You've had enough honeymoon.
Excuse me?
How was your honeymoon?
Oh, it was better than I ever dreamed it could be. You know, I really thought I knew Russ pretty well before I married him, but now I find every day something new and wonderful about him.
It sounds like you've found the perfect man.
No, not perfect, but tender and kind and loving. Actually, I've never been this happy. Oh, maybe that's Russ. Hello? Oh, hi, love, yes. Yeah, well, how's Mac? Oh, a slight concussion. Well, is that serious? Oh, that's a relief. You know, how long will he be in the hospital? Oh. Yeah, well, I was planning to come by and see him tomorrow, but I guess I'll just give him a call at home. Yeah, Rachel must have been terrified when she saw him collapse. Would that affect her anyway? I mean, would that affect her carrying the baby?
I didn't bother changing because I was in a little bit of a hurry.
Well, what's a big rush?
Well, don't have much time before the next show.
Oh, yeah, I understand. I'd offer you something, but we just got back into town.
Oh, no, no, that's okay.
Oh. Well, what's the matter? You seem upset.
Well, first you have to promise you're not going to tell Jason that I stopped by.
Of course not, if you don't want me to.
Thanks.
Did you know that Jason was here just a little while ago?
Yes, he came by the club right before I left.
Did he tell you we had a nice talk?
A nice talk?
Yeah.
Oh, Tracy, Jason was absolutely furious.
Why? What happened?
You got married. That's what happened.
No. He accepted that a long time ago.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. We worked that out. He manages my career, and I manage my personal life.
You might have been able to work it out, but he hasn't. He still can't accept the fact that you're in love with somebody else.
You're wrong.
Tracy, it's eating him up. And it's making it impossible to be near him.
No, I know it upset him in the beginning.
He's still upset by it. I can't wait till you come back to the supper club so I can leave.
Things couldn't be that bad.
Tracy, if I don't get free of him soon, I'm gonna go crazy.
Honey, you just can't let him get to you. That's all there is to it.
Well, sooner or later, he's gonna get to you, too. Tracy, you've got to get away from him.
No. You're prejudiced because you don't get along with Jason.
Well, it's not just me. No one can.
Now, I know there are a lot of people that would agree with you.
And they're not all wrong, are they?
No, but I have a very special relationship with Jason, and I do get along with him.
He is just pretending to get along with you.
I'm not saying that we haven't had our problems.
You still do.
Look, it is to our mutual advantage to get along.
What do you mean?
Jason needs me, and frankly, my career depends on him.
Tracy, there are other managers.
Jason is the best, and I want him.
Well, I tried. Look, I gotta get back to the club, okay?
Thanks, I appreciate your concern.
And remember, you did promise not to say anything to Jason.
Won't say a word.
I think I can face anything now that I know that Mac is all right.
Well, we're all relieved, honey.
Russ says he only has to stay overnight. Does that still hold?
Yeah, I can take him home tomorrow as long as he stays in bed for a few days.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling Mac will be up at the office real soon.
No, he gave me his word that he was going to stay in bed as long as the doctor said he had to.
Listen, did Russ get you a bed?
Yeah, he's working on that now.
I called Vivian, and she said that Amanda was sound asleep.
Oh, good, thanks. I'll call in the morning.
Okay. Do you want anything? I can go and get
No,
some
sweetie, I'm going to go down and get a toothbrush in the pharmacy, and that'll be all right.
That sounds like you have everything under control.
Yeah, I think so, Charlie.
Shall we go?
Okay, Mom, I'll go get the car. I'll see you later, okay?
Okay, thanks an awful lot for coming,
Take
sweetie.
care,
Okay.
Charlie, you go
Drive
with
careful.
I will.
Jamie. I want to talk to Rachel for a minute, okay?
Okay, yes.
Bye,
sweetheart.
Charlie.
Yes,
Thanks for
yes.
coming over.
Okay, baby.
Bye, fellas.
Bye, Sally. Bye, Sally.
Thanks. Mitch stayed around, didn't he?
Yeah.
I thought so. What happened?
Well, I think I made a big mistake.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Maybe this isn't the time to go into it.
Mom, if you have something to say to me, you better tell me. Now.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Another World.
You know, there was a time when I could have a few words with Mitch Blake, but not anymore.
I know what you mean. I feel the same way.
When he comes near me, I just see red.
Is that what happened tonight?
I didn't even want to talk to him, but he kept after me.
So you got angry?
Yeah, I got so mad I could hardly hear what he said.
Well, it probably wasn't very important anyway.
I did hear one thing, though, that he wanted me to tell you.
What?
Well, he said that it was possible that he'd spend the rest of his life in jail.
Sounds like a great idea.
Rachel.
Well, it would solve a lot of problems for all of us if he was locked up for good. Next best thing to his being dead.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.